Today, I want to introduce this guy. This is the ab wheel. Now, I know this looks like a 1970s piece of exercise equipment, but this guy is going to be your new best friend when it comes to activating the transverse abdominals. So it's pretty self-explanatory. There is one thing that I want to emphasize, and that is never pull back in. That will strain the adductors, and that's when you get groin pain. And that was kind of the downfall of the ab wheel. But it is an incredible tool for activating the transverse abdominals. Before you move to this exercise, it is a little more advanced. Make sure that you are comfortable with the leg raise and bringing those down and keeping that back flat to the floor and the breathing that's required, because this is way harder. It's just more strenuous. It just gives you more activation of those deep abdominal muscles, which is what we are aiming to activate to start to use them in our muscle pattern to stabilize our pelvis. So, sorry, I have to back up quite a bit so you can see. So when I first started doing this exercise, so you want to stay in alignment, keep your neck in alignment, keep that back straight. This is about how far I could go, and I could only hold it for maybe 10 seconds in good form. So what is good form? It is where we don't have backs collapsing. If this is happening and you're feeling that in your lower back, that's not good form. Okay, if your bum is still out like this, not good form. You want to keep this straight and breathe. So I want to see that abdominal muscles coming out, poking out. And you want to make sure you breathe. So it's really hard to kind of do this exercise and talk at the same time and demonstrate what I'm talking about. So I'm going to come down a little bit further, and I want you to watch my abs. Can you see them fill with the air? Now the goal is to keep them filled with air and stay in that contracted position so you can create the space so that those transverse abdominals are staying activated. Now you do this until you can't do it, but I want to see real effort, like shaking before you come down. Okay? And once you start shaking, you can come down. And that's kind of a simple way to do the ab wheel. So just make sure you're not feeling it in your lower back. Make sure that you're taking those big deep breaths that go down and fill up that pelvic floor. Also kind of bring up that diaphragm so that you're creating the space required to activate the transverse abdominals. So good luck.